Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jared here with another video. Guns N' Roses has officially played The General for the first time, the world premiere, and it was tonight on November 2nd, 2023 in Hollywood, California at the Hollywood Bowl. Now, they played in Hollywood at the same exact venue last night, and they didn't play this song, so man, I would be pissed if I went to the show last night and then not the show tonight. But yeah, they finally played it. It's been a long time coming. About 15 years, people, have been waiting for this song basically to be played live. The studio version did leak about a week ago. And yeah, this is the second to last concert for this 2023 tour. And they only have Mexico left, one more show. And thank God they played it because, they're running out of shows. So pretty much, I wanted to just kind of give a little review of this song and what my thoughts on the performance and everything. So I actually was working tonight, and while I was at work, I was keeping up on the MyGNR forum. And while doing that, a few hours ago, the band sound checked at the venue, and one of the members on the forum was like right outside the venue, and he said that they were sound checking The General. And it wasn't with Axl, and some people were definitely not believing this guy and were extremely skeptical. And I was skeptical too. You gotta you gotta hear things from videos and whatnot before you can just take someone's word for it, especially when it comes to Guns N' Roses, because a lot of people like to troll and stuff. But he seemed genuine, and he actually uploaded some clips, and it was like, oh damn, like they really did sound check it. The clips weren't the best, but you could definitely tell that it was The General. So going into the show, I thought that there was definitely a chance that they would play it, but I was not, extremely confident, especially with it being the first time that we're hearing them sound check it. If they had sound checked it numerous times, then I would probably have more hope. But yeah, I pretty much got off work and once again, just following the forum. I definitely wanted to keep up with this show, keep a good eye on this show, knowing that The General could be debuted tonight. And, I was watching this one stream that didn't have very good sound or video quality, but was just listening to it and everything. And unfortunately, by the time I got home, the stream ended right when they started playing Perhaps. And I was disappointed because I love Perhaps and I love listening to the live versions of that song and everything. But normally when the stream ends, somebody on the forum will just upload another link to another stream or something. But unfortunately, that didn't happen at all. And then minutes later, I saw the same exact guy who was talking about the sound check earlier in the day. He said, oh my God, they are playing it. They are playing The General. It's happening. And people were starting to really freak out and everything. And I was like, I was happy myself. Was I absolutely thrilled? No, not really. I was more so disappointed that, there was no stream. There was no stream at all. And, we're pretty much just having to look at the fan reaction from the people that are there and whatnot. And, I just really wanted to see it live. And knowing that the stream just ended a few minutes ago is just disappointing. And also, the fact that we have heard the song, numerous times, since it was leaked last week, and me just not being a huge fan of the song, and it hasn't really grown on me a lot. Of course, I'm very excited. Don't get me wrong, but the excitement isn't as high as it would be under different circumstances, if that makes sense. But anyway, I definitely was super interested to hear how this song would go live. So yeah, I just kept refreshing the forum and everything, looking at the fan reaction, and then finally somebody, uploaded a clip, and more people started uploading clips and stuff, and then eventually, somebody found somebody that recorded the whole song, and it was once again kind of disappointing because then once they found this person who had the whole song uploaded, it was pretty much what I realized was this person was live streaming at the time on Instagram, and not a lot of people knew about that at all. No one on the forum really knew, as far as I know. And so it was one of those things that you could have seen it live if you had this person, if you had their live stream up on Instagram. But it is what it is. Either way, still a very fun night in the GNR community and everything. A moment that diehards will never forget and whatnot, especially people that were there. But yeah, I wanted to give my review on the performance, and yeah, it pretty much started out with they finished Perhaps and everything. This guy in the front row is screaming, "Play the General!" And Axl's like, "Okay, we're gonna play a new song." And I don't know if it was just like funny timing that he said "okay," but it almost sounded as if Axl was responding to the guy. But I kind of think he probably was just saying "okay" in general. But he's like, "Okay, we're gonna play a new song," and he was saying how he hadn't really sang this song since the spring, which was interesting because I don't know exactly what he's referring to. Some people are speculating maybe he's talking about when he was in the studio with Slash recently, or maybe it was just rehearsing, or who knows. But he did say last time he sang the song was in the spring. He was pretty much just making a joke. We'll see how this goes. I feel like this is like the best place to pretty much debut it if I fall flat on my face here in Hollywood. So the song starts, and after a few seconds, Axl just nonchalantly and sarcastically is like, "This is called The General," which is, funny because I feel like, he was doing that kind of like in a joking manner as if this wasn't a huge deal in the GNR community. They're finally debuting this monstrosity of a song, this holy grail of a song. So yeah, pretty much what do I think of this performance? I will say overall, I thought it was really good. I think Axl's voice sounds really good. And I thought he performed it very well. And to be honest, I think after listening to the live version numerous times from this concert, which by the way, this concert's still going on as I record this video, so they could be fucking playing Monsters right now. We'll see. Probably won't happen, but you never know. Um, but anyway, I think this live performance is something that I prefer over the studio version, to be honest with you. And I think that is due in part to the lack of vocal effects on Axl's vocals. There's a lot of filters and a lot of distortion on the studio version, and it's just, yeah, I just don't like it, to be honest. I think it would just serve the song better without those effects, and I think this live performance pretty much proves that. Um, with Axl's age and everything, listening to his vocals on this song is especially interesting for me just because like I feel like in the 2000s he could have sang this song easily, but it's harder now. So the fact that it's harder, it's just more interesting for me to hear him hit these notes. And there's actually a lot of high notes in this song, and he's not perfect by any means, but I think for the most part he does a really fine job, and he hits all the notes for the most part. He might have some little bit of struggle sometimes on the high notes when it comes to like his voice kind of cracking and the rasp getting a little out of control. But that, I don't know, some of that actually is a little like, it kind of keeps me on edge and it keeps me interested. It's like, damn, like he's really like pouring his heart out into this singing. But I think it sounds good, and I don't think it sounds actually too much different than the studio version, if I'm being honest. He sounded pretty comfortable. He didn't sound breathy. It's a very slow-paced song, so something I did find a little bit humorous was, I don't know, just Axl speed walking around the stage during this slow-paced song. Um, I'll talk about Slash for a second. Slash, he seemed really into this song, which I thought was cool. I really liked his outfit. He's kind of in like a white dress shirt that's just like kind of unbuttoned. I just think it looks really cool. But he was super into the song, super energetic, and doing a lot of jumping up and down and shuffling with his feet and everything, and just like swinging his head around. I was thinking like he was so into it. I'm like, damn, I feel like his top hat's about to come off, but you know I feel like he doesn't get into songs like that as much nowadays. Like it's not as common. So for him for him to be doing that really to me proves that like I don't know, he really enjoys the song, he likes the song, and he's having fun playing the song, and he just seems excited about them debuting it. Um, and it just seems kind of like maybe this song is really in his wheelhouse. Like he really I don't know, he just really enjoys this dark, deep song or whatever. So that was really cool. I think Axl actually came over to Slash a lot more than usual. when it comes to the GNR shows, I don't feel like Slash and Axl have a ton of interaction, to be honest. But there are actually multiple interactions with them in this song. They're really like right next to each other and just belting this, Axl was belting this song out and Slash was super into it. And, maybe it's really fitting that the General is finally coming out and Slash is on this holy grail of a song. So that was cool. Melissa Reese is back. She actually missed a few shows recently due to sickness, but she is back. I think she came back last show. Glad she's back and healthy and everything. I will say one thing about Frank. Somebody did comment on the MyGNR forum, and they were just like saying Frank needs to work on his drumming on this song. I wish we had Brain. Like, pretty much just trashing Frank, which I thought was funny. I don't think his drumming was anything of note, good or bad, in this performance. Near the end of the song, and like I said in my review, it kind of ends with like Slash and Axl kind of going back and forth and just Slash doing some solo work and Axl doing some high notes and stuff. And the interesting thing that I thought in this performance was Axl was going for like the extra high notes that are in the studio version, which I didn't expect him to do that, and he went for it both times. I feel like the first one was a little rough, but the second one sounded really good. He was next to Duff, and he just belted it out, and it sounded good and everything. So yeah, I was really happy to hear that, and the song ended. The crowd seemed like they were very happy, and this was in the front row, so of course you're gonna have diehards in the front row who are absolutely losing their minds. From that video, from that cell phone clip, it definitely seemed like the crowd reaction was good. So thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Please give me your thoughts in the comments. What did you think of the performance? Did you like it better than the studio? You think Axl did well? Do you think Slash did well? What did you all think? I was really hoping that maybe they would release it at midnight also, but they didn't. Still unreleased, so yeah, that's all I got for you all today. Hope you enjoyed. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.